Yo, what's going on with you YouTube? Drumming Chris here. We come back at y'all with another vid. What we have here today, bam, that's right, and these are the off-white Jordan 5 sale, or should I say white? But there is something about the shoe, man. It maybe from the camera it looks kind of white, but like in hand it definitely has more of a yellowness to it. And even for me, it's a little, you know, it's okay, but you know, it's still pretty freaking fresh. It's still pretty fire. Now, do I like this better than the black ones that came out earlier this year? You guys, I'll let you guys decide. You know, do you guys like the black ones or do you like the white ones? Like I said, I know maybe because I'm more biased because I like black shoes better, but like I said, man, I feel like this shoe here has a nice hint of, you know, yellowness. I get what they're doing is that vintage look and everything like that, but still, you know, it's just a nice little bit touch of yellow here and there. This one here, the whole dang on thing is yellow, man. So, but hey, like I said, it's cool. Now these did release like on the Nike sneakers, like I think it was like 2 days before the Mocha 1 release, so I feel like some of the hype kind of died down a little bit. You know, not many people was talking about it because a lot of people was just mainly kind of talking about now the Mochas, but yay. But this still pretty fire. This did get delayed. I think it was like 1 or 2 weeks or something like that. I felt like this shoe here, man, like they could have just dropped this shoe like this week or something like that, like today, you know, if anything. I know I got this thing just a little bit late. You know, I had to shouts to some of the people that sold these things to me. I did take an L on the sneakers app, and I did not get exclusive access. I know some people did, so shouts to you guys too as well. And you know what, man, I almost pulled the trigger on these things, like got these things kind of early so I can do an early review and stuff like that. Like I almost paid $1,200 for these things. And did you guys not see how much the price on these things freaking dipped? Like it went like at least 50%, like boom, and it kind of scares me a little bit. I was kind of like, whoa, why did it drop that bad, like that hard and that quick? But hey, it's all good. You know, it is what it is. I actually prefer that way I can afford it too as well. But hey, a lot of people want to know, ask like, will these things go up and stuff like that in due time? Of course. Come on now, like it's an off-white. I'm not sure if this will hit like the peak, like these things here. It's just like it's one of those things where like if this shoe goes up, this shoe has to go up as well, because in my opinion, I don't think this shoe will be higher than this one. If it does, I'd be very surprised, and if it do, cool. But for this shoe to hit like, you know, to be worth like, you know, 800 to 1,000 or something like that, it's gonna take some time for it. But hey, it's an off-white. You guys should already know it. Eventually it should get there in due time for sure. This is probably one of the best time to buy these things while the prices is down, because I think price right now is like that, you know, I think some prices could be, depending on size, could be like at 550 to about 600 or something like that. So if you can get it for that price, definitely I think that's probably one of the best times to get these things as of right now, because like I said, price went down, the hype went down, little Timmies are dumping these things, man. People are kind of panicking that the price dropped. But anyways, let's just go ahead, let's get into this review real quick, huh? All right, let's take a quick little 360 of these things here, and like I said, pretty fire, man. So yes, these are the off-white 5 sale fire red, but I feel like this shoe is basically based and modeled after the Air Jordan 5 fire reds. If you guys can see the similarities, of course, it's just, you know, something he probably took off. As you can see, he's basically kind of like mimicked the same thing as basically he made the model after this, but he just, you know, Virgil, he just put his own touch to it. So moving on to the entire shoe, this upper material here. So this entire shoe has this mesh like material throughout. It's all over on top of the entire shoe, wrapped around, I feel like, and you guys see it's like this see-through mesh material. It's basically the same as how it is on a couple of the off-whites and like how the black ones were, except for this color here. As I was saying, it's a lot more yellow than it, you know, than it looks. Like I kind of wish like he didn't do this much, you know, yellow to it, like maybe more of like an off-white cream, because it's pretty freaking yellow. And if you want to compare the off-white 4 sales compared to the off-white 5 sales, you guys can see the color difference of the material here. One's a little more like that sail off-white color looking, which I really like, and this one here is just more that whitish yellow. And then of course you're gonna see like it has all this, it has that vintage look to it. I guess that's what they're going for. But as you can see, you got the netting here is that yellowish, and then on the side of the shoe it has this that plastic rubber netting here that's see-through translucent, and it is in kind of like that yellowish vintage look, and of course it has that little random hole right here. The 23 stitched in red, and another little hole piece here on the ankle part too as well. You can see the deconstruction of the shoe here. That's like that off-white touch to it. Move on the inner side here, you have where it says the branding, got that off-white for Nike, Jordan 5, Beaverton, Oregon, USA, 1990. More of that whole cut here. And then moving on the back, you have that stitched in embroidered Nike Air on the back. And moving on the laces here, the laces is flat rope laces, and this lace here, I guess you want to call it that sail or off-white color. And then the tongue here has that rubber netting, that rubber net on the tongue too as well. And then on the lace lock, got that yellow lace lock in the Nike Air, and of course the tongue. And then on the tongue, yes, the tongue is really 3M. I can see it popping through here. And of course you got that stitched in Air Jordan Jumpman on the tongue. And then inside you got that sail color inside the sock liner, and on the back of the tongue here got that Air Jordan, and it is cut off, it looks like. Of course, it's like the touch of all off-whites. On the end of the shoelaces have the word shoelaces and quoted, and it does come with an extra set of laces too as well. It comes in black and red. And then inside the insole here, you have that Nike Air insole inside. Take a look at the yellow zip tag here. It does says off-white code Nike 2020 zip tie. And then moving on the midsole here, you get that black midsole here with your red shark teeth here. Have that translucent outsole as well, if you guys can see. Vintage looking air bubble inside. It looks kind of yellow, you know. It is clear though, you can see through it, but it does look yellow. Now moving on to the outsole here, I really like this outsole looking. They got the vintage outsole here, the yellow outsole, translucent soles. You got the red Jumpman, of course, and this translucent smoked out throughout in the Nike. So there you guys have it. These are the Off-White 5 sales, man. Now I still think this is a really nice looking shoe. It's pretty freaking fire. It looks great on feet for sure. You guys already know it's an Off-White, especially the collaboration with Off-White, Off-White Jordan. So it's gonna be some big hype on these things. I remember when these first was coming out, like people was talking about these things, and these things were worth it at one point. Like before the release, I think they were going for like $1,200. People were getting some early pairs for like, we're trying to sell for like $1,200, $1,300. I'm pretty sure it was pretty expensive, and it's just crazy how much the price dropped on these things, man. Like I at least thought these things would have stayed at like $700, maybe to $800. I never would have thought these things would have dropped to what it is right now, which is like that $550 to $600, which is, you know, hey, it's okay. You know what's, I kind of feel like it's more the fatigue of like so many shoes that have been coming out. I mean, for goodness sakes, we just had the re-release of like the Jordan 4 Unions, and of course we had these things as well, and of course we had the Mocha ones. I mean, that's like back to back to back, like really hot dope releases. And of course, you know, you're just competing with everything, and just not every shoe's worth $1,000, you know, not off the bat. And will this go up in due time? Of course, yes, for sure, 100%. I think so. So if you do want to start investing in these things, you know, it's a risky chance. It's kind of expensive, you know, if you do have the capital for it. But in due time, I truly believe these things will go up at least to $800 for sure. 100% these things can go up easily $800, you know, in due time, very, very soon, you know, a lot sooner than a lot of some other shoes that probably take a lot longer to go up. But just because it's an Off-White, fire red, you know, it's old collaboration, we just gotta wait and see. Anyway guys, that's pretty much end of the video, guys. These are the Off-White Air Jordan 5 sales. You guys let me know, what do you guys think about these things? Do you like them or not? If you guys don't mind, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe if it's your first time here, comment down below, and please hit that bell for all the notifications for when I do drop vids. Don't forget to follow me on my social media at JumpinChris on IG. Sometimes I'm on Twitter, and don't forget Snapchat. Anyway guys, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank you guys so much. I'm JumpinChris. Peace.